This is Lola Lee T. Hi, everybody. Welcome to 90 Day Fiancé Season 5, Episode 12, Recap and Review. Let's talk about Memphis and Hamza. So these two continue to have a hard time communicating. And can you imagine them without any internet? I don't know. If you can't communicate, that is a red flag to me to not get married. Memphis has a questionable ex-husband situation going on. And I think being able to communicate is the bare minimum in a relationship for it to work. So this is a mess. So these two met with a translator, and Hamza pretty much said everything that he was feeling. He just let it all out. He did not hold back. Later on that day, Hamza took Memphis to a very beautiful ruin, and he actually proposed to her. I was actually really shocked. And of course, Memphis ruined the proposal by asking him if he trusted her. This whole proposal was really shocking. And I'm actually still in shock. It's a day later, because I really thought that he wasn't going to marry her during this trip because he had so many problems with her. They had so many problems. They argued the whole time. She was so hard to deal with. So let me get this straight. So Memphis can be extremely problematic, unpleasant the entire trip, disrespect Hamza's mom by having sexy time in her house, complain about Hamza's fast sexy time performance, allegedly maybe was intimate with her ex when she failed her nurse's test. And I said allegedly because the streets are talking and are still talking about what really happened between Memphis and her ex for those 4 days. Some advice for Memphis: please stop talking to your fiance the way you've been talking to him. Please speak to him in full sentences. He will never learn proper English if you continue to talk to him like a toddler. Me no like. And just a theory, because I'm sure we're all wondering why Hamza is still willing to marry Memphis after all he's been through with her. Well, I'm starting to believe that Hamza is willing to put aside how horrible Memphis treats him to get to the United States. And I think he's doing this because he loves his mother so much and he really wants to help her. Remember, Hamza said that nobody will hire his mom because of the divorce? Well, this could be why he is putting up with all of Memphis's BS. Okay, so Ben and Mahogany meet up with some of Mahogany's friends for ice cream. And it actually looked to me like Mahogany had never seen these two women in her life. It was kind of weird. And I was thinking to myself, are we expected to believe that these two women are Mahogany's age? Are we expected to believe that these two are Mahogany's friends? Ben actually seemed super awkward in the scene. And why would he take these three ladies out for ice cream? The ice cream scene seemed super scripted and awkward. This is the face you make when you're not sure you messed up the lines. Ben went out on this ice cream outing thinking Mahogany was the love of his life, his future wife. And to her, well, he found out that he was just a friend from abroad. Oh my God. I could feel the embarrassment for Ben. It was so strong, and I'm sure it physically hurt. And it's so weird that this 50-something-year-old dude is asking, "Are you my girlfriend?" And here is Mahogany out here friend zoning this 50-something-year-old man. Yeah, Ben got friend zoned by his imaginary 22-year-old girlfriend. So yeah, Ben was pretty devastated that Mahogany doesn't consider him her boyfriend. And he was really confused because of the texts that they sent back and forth to each other. And yeah, he's mad because of the long distance he traveled. And I was thinking to myself, well, nobody told him to fly 4,000 miles. And in fact, she did specifically tell him not to come, and he still came. He still decided that he was going to come see her. And that's Ben. I mean, this guy is super pushy. To me, things are strange and they have not been adding up. So if Mahogany loved Ben, why, as soon as he got there, she doesn't love him anymore? Ben is really coming off as delusional on the show, but you know what? I believe him. And I'm noticing that it's strange, the scenes with Mahogany speaking Spanish in her confessionals, when in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, this girl speaks perfect English. And when she does speak English, she loses her Spanish accent. What's that about? And I'm thinking, why is Ben using a translator app when we know Mahogany speaks perfect English and is even translating for her friends? This episode was a mess. And I feel like Ben should just show the receipts of all the lies that she's told him. I know he still has all the texts. And how could telling someone you love them get lost in translation? Were these two even exclusive? Mahogany is out here saying she didn't know Ben wanted a relationship. But when you tell someone you love them and want kids with them, that expresses romantic interest. So Mahogany said in the confessional, I told him I loved him, but that didn't mean we were together. Mahogany is a straight up player because that's what dudes say to girls. And so Mahogany is concerned about things not adding up. Can you believe that? This coming from the girl who tried to pass off an Airbnb as her condo. Mahogany got some damn nerve talking about stuff not adding up. Like her entire existence on the show has been scripted, allegedly. I don't know. So we're supposed to believe this is the same person? Mahogany, you think Ben ain't the same person? This you though, right? This you though, right? This you, right? Is this you, Mahogany? This show is a mess. This segment was a mess. These two are a mess. So Gino looked seriously depressed over potentially having to take his hat off. I think that's all he thought about during the drive to see Jasmin's mom. The moment of truth arrived, and all I was thinking was, take your hat off. It's time to pray and bless the meal. I really wanted to see him take that hat off, and I'm sure cameraman would have done a slow motion move. And of course, like the rest of you guys, I wanted him to take his hat off for selfish reasons. I wanted to take a closer look at his head. And I was also wondering if he shaved that patch of hair that was at the back of his head. I know I'm not the only one that was thinking this. But lucky for Gino, he didn't have to take his hat off. When Jasmin's mom asked him why he didn't have any children, it was so funny to me because I was sitting here thinking, Gino trying to explain that even though he hasn't had any babies, we all know he's had a few sugar babies. And what is she gonna say to Jasmin when she watches the show and finds out all of these details? So ladies, be sure to find yourself a man who's as loyal to you as Gino is to his hats. And I really think that Jasmin's mom was really disgusted by Gino. This poor woman is wondering to herself, what is my daughter thinking? This is the face of a woman that sees through all the BS. And I love how every time Jasmin talks about what a good man Gino is, TLC cuts to his sandals or there's a weird look on his face. And when Jasmin's mom told Gino how important her little treasure was to her and how important it was to her that Gino take care of her, I was yelling at the TV, really, lady? He's not going to be taking care of your daughter. He is not committed at all. He is committed to sending your daughter's nudes to his exes. And in this scene, Gino did something so bad that he can't even explain to other people what he did. I sent some pictures I shouldn't have. Yeah, right. So last week, 90 Day Fiancé fans felt so sorry for Mike, and all of the negativity was directed towards Ximena. But some very offensive posts have surfaced. Mike was out here sleeping in another room. Ximena had him crying in that room. The next day, he was speaking to his friend. Mike tells his friend, so Ximena is like, I'm not in love with you, you smother me, and I want you to sleep in another bedroom. She says she needs her space. Mike's friend says, go now, leave now. Perfect advice. Mike's friend is the real deal. We all need friends like this who are blunt and honest. And yeah, Mike really said to his friend, you have valid concerns, but I'd rather continue getting used anyways. Ximena is the biggest scammer this season. Allegedly. Mike is the biggest idiot this season. He needs to go home. She made it clear. She just wants to get her surgeries. And I get he's never been in a relationship before, but do you understand disrespect, Mike? She told you everything you need to know. Cut your losses and move on. And yeah, I agree with Mike's friend, what he said. Ximena stopped loving Mike because he doesn't want to give her the money for the surgeries. So bye, girl. And listen, I'm very pro being with a man who is a provider, but saying you don't know someone enough to love them, but asking them to pay for your booby job, really? And lying about loving a man? I don't know, Ximena. That's kind of shady. And I gotta say that Ximena treats Mike the way people treat jobs that they hate. I don't want to be here. I don't want to do the work, but I have to. I do the bare minimum. Sometimes it takes so much to show up, but I gotta do what I gotta do to pay my bills. Mike is the job that Ximena hates. She is absolutely disgusted by her job. Mike's other friend does a little mediation, translation for them, and Ximena had an attitude the whole time. Mike wants to know what Ximena said in Spanish to his friend, and I'm thinking to myself, listen, you don't want to know? And she pretty much tells the translator that she is disgusted by Mike. She will wake up in the middle of the night and he is staring at her. That's super creepy. Actually, that would really freak me out if somebody did that to me. I would probably just scream. If I woke up and my partner was staring at me, I would pack up all my stuff while he was at work and just leave. I would disappear. That is super creepy. And what we have learned about Mike lately, I am actually disgusted myself by the things that I have learned that he has been doing online. And so are many other fans. This is a typical tweet from a 90 Day Fiancé fan. Who knows? We all felt sorry for Mike, but maybe Ximena knew something. Maybe she knew a different side of him that we don't know because we are only getting the edited version. I'm not saying that she's not a scammer, allegedly. I'm talking about the other stuff, the racist and the transphobic posts that have been discovered, that have resurfaced by the digging of 90 Day Fiancé detectives, fans. Who knows? Maybe Mike has said some things to Ximena. Maybe he said some of these racist and homophobic things around her. We don't know. We don't know because she hasn't made a statement yet. And as far as I've seen, Mike has not apologized or made a statement himself regarding the offensive posts. And from what I understand, the posts were on his older Instagram and he had not deleted them. So why did he not delete them? Is it because he is absolutely clueless or did he forget about them? And I am speculating that TLC is involved now. I'm sure the fans have made them aware of these posts. And I'm saying that because I've noticed that the offensive posts have now been taken down. I'm not sure how TLC is going to be handling this because there are only a few episodes left. I don't know why TLC is not vetting these cast members better. I mean, these posts were on his Instagram. And are they not checking the social media accounts of their potential cast members? And this is the second cast member that has come under fire this season for racist, offensive social media posts. Remember, Alina was fired for racist social media posts. So let's see what TLC is going to do about this. We're going to have to wait and see. So Usman told Kim the truth about his song, and Kim was so mad that the song wasn't about her. She went absolutely ballistic and broke up with him. So they had a one-day girlfriend and boyfriend relationship, which reminds me of high school. And now I guess they're done. And I think that it is way out of line that Kim called Usman's ex the B word. What did Zara do to Kimberly? And Usman is shady as F, but to be fair, they weren't in a relationship before. She called herself a potential. She knew it. So Usman didn't betray her. He isn't required to tell even his superfans his business. And as for Kim, sadly, this is the moment that fans of the show predicted months ago. This is the moment that she feels like a fool because the expensive gifts, laptop and PS5, flying all the way to this country just to be a potential girlfriend, begging for the yam, the pink nightgown, humiliating herself. Shall I continue? It did not buy love, but I guess she did get the yam. And remember when Kimberly was claiming she was okay if Usman had other wives and kids with them? Now she's mad he dated someone while they were not even in a relationship? What the hell did I watch last night? Anyway, so Usman attempted to return the gifts to Kim and she accepted the laptop back. And all I was thinking was, what about that sought after PS5 that I can't even get my hands on? I don't think Usman was expecting her to accept anything back. I bet he was thinking, thank God she didn't take the PS5 back. But I do think that all of that was for the camera. Usman made a big mistake of using an older, desperate American woman for clout, and now it's backfired on him. Thank you guys so very much for watching. What are your thoughts? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And go follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Love you guys. Bye.